Hello, grade 5. How are you? Today we're going to start a new lesson. This is chapter 4, lesson 2, and this is the second lesson in term 2. The name of our lesson today, guys, is called Roanoke and Jamestown. What the meaning of Roanoke and what the meaning of Jamestown? Let's see. Listen, guys, you remember in lesson 1 we stopped when the conflict with Spain and England was ended, and it was ended by or when England defeated Spain, okay, and most of the Spanish ships rigged and sailed in the water. And from the conflict, England gained too much power and starts to claim more land in America. Okay, so now England wanted, our lesson start with that. England wanted a colony in North America to find gold and silver like the Spanish. England now wanted to claim more lands in America, why to find gold and silver like the Spanish people. So in 1585, 100 Englishmen settled on Roanoke Island. Settled on Roanoke Island. So Roanoke here is the name of an island, and this island is settled by the English people. Okay, Roanoke Island is located in North Carolina. And when those English people arrived Roanoke Island, I'm sorry, they couldn't grow crops. So because because the soil is sandy soil, okay, so they couldn't grow crops. And what happened? They went back to England. All of our lesson today is just like a story, okay? After in 1587, so after 2 years, some of English people also returned back to Roanoke Island to settle in Roanoke Island. And in that time, their leader was John White. The leader of this colony in that time is John White. They stayed in Roanoke Island, and after a while, John White traveled to England to bring some food and supplies they need in America. But when he returned back to Roanoke Island, he didn't find the colony. What happened? After a while, they disappeared. What happened to them? It's still mystery nowadays. Okay, so no one knows what happened to the English people who settled in Roanoke Island for the second time. When John White returned back to them after bringing food and supplies from England, he didn't find anyone on the island. Okay, so when I say my lesson today is Roanoke and Jamestown, well, the meaning of Roanoke, this is the first English colony in America. This is the first English colony in America. English means related to England, okay? So after the conflict between England and Spain, and when the England defeated the Spain and won this conflict, okay, it wanted to start a colony, or I'm sorry, a colony in America. So the first one, they took Roanoke Island and they settled there. And the first time they failed to grow crops and returned it back to England. But in the second time, they disappeared. Okay, let's complete. This has happened in 1587. After many years, in 1606, some English merchants in England started the Virginia Company of London. They opened a company, some English merchants in England. They opened a company. Its name what? Its name is Virginia Company of London. Okay. Why they made this company? The goal of this company was to build a settlement in North America. They wanted to make a colony in North America. Okay. So the King of England in that time gave a Virginia company a charter to start their settlement in America. Well, the meaning of a charter, charter, guys, like a formal permission. You know, when you go out of the school, you want to go with your father or with your parent. Sometimes you take a permission from the principal or from the school, right? So the charter, it's like a permission, but this permission is from the king, okay? It's from the king. So he gave, the king in that time gave the company a charter, means permission, okay, to start this business or to start this colony in America. Okay, now the company need money. They need to buy ships. They need to buy food. they need to buy supplies, okay? How they bring all of that money to buy ships and supplies and food? They ask the people, they raise the money by asking the people to invest their money in the company. What the meaning of invest? Invest means to put money into something to earn money. They started to call people, okay, to invest their money. Invest their money means you put your money in a company, okay, of course for a profit. You put, for example, $1,000 and then you're gonna earn $2,000, okay. So people start to put their money in that company to buy ships and to buy supplies and food to start their voyage to America and settle there in the new continent, okay. And if the colonist or if the company found treasures like gold and silver, of course, those people who invested their money would earn money too. Okay, how you invest? Now I wanted to invest in Virginia company. How I invest my money in Virginia company? There is something called stocks. There is something called stocks. Stocks means what? Stocks means a piece of ownership in the company or in a company. Now you want to invest in Virginia company, so you're gonna buy stocks. Buy stocks means here you become a partner in the company. You become a partner in the company. So if you buy stocks, it means that you buy a piece of ownership. It means you become a partner in the company. So I will become a partner. For example, they set a price $1,000 or for example 100. Okay, $100 for one stock. Okay, for example, Mrs. Mayada bought five stocks. Okay, and become a partner in Virginia company with five stocks. Muhammad bought six stocks. Lujain bought seven stocks. Dareen bought one stock. Okay, so each Englishman or woman become a partner in the company by buying stocks. So someone buy two stocks, the other bought three, others bought six, others bought 10 according. Okay, so stocks means what? Or stock means a piece of ownership, or you become a partner in the company. Okay, and how much they earn is related to the value of the stock. For example, if Mrs. Mayada bought three stocks, for example, okay, so I'm gonna earn money according to the three stocks, okay? And if you bought five stocks, for example, Muhammad bought five stocks, okay? So Muhammad will earn more money than Mayada. Mayada bought only three stocks, so she bet only $300, okay? But Muhammad bought five, so he paid for the company $500. So Muhammad will earn more because he bought more stocks. So more stocks you earn, of course, you earn more much money. Okay, more stocks you bought, more money you will earn. Okay, in 1607, the English arrived what's now Virginia. Okay, and they settled and called their colony Jamestown. So Jamestown is what this title we have. Jamestown means the second English colony in America. Jamestown is the second English colony in America. Okay, where is this colony? This colony Jamestown nowadays it's Virginia. Okay, they took Jamestown, okay, or Virginia of nowadays, and settled in Jamestown. But what happened? Also, guys, like Roanoke, Jamestown colony, the land was damp and swampy. Okay, it means it's not good for farming. It's not good for farming, and also water was not good for drinking, and the insects there carried diseases. So what they're gonna do? Most of the settlers were gentlemen because who owned money in that time and bought stocks? Of course, the gentlemen, the rich men. So most of the settlers who went on this voyage to America from England, most of them were gentlemen. And of course, gentlemen, they didn't know how to farm. They are not farmers. They are the high class of England, okay? So they couldn't farm the land. And after a few months, guys, they ran out of food. And half of those men died out of hunger and diseases. Okay, what happened? The leader in that time called the leader of the colony called John Smith. John Smith was the leader of this colony, of Jamestown colony. But there is another settler, his name John Rolfe. So in 1612, look when they arrived in 1607. So after 5 years in 1612, a settler called John Rolfe learned from some local American Indians that tobacco grow well in Virginia, in Jamestown, okay? So who settled around Jamestown? The English, the American Indians. The American Indians are the original people of America. So they lived beside or around Jamestown colony, and they were growing tobacco. And here John Rolfe learned from them that tobacco grow well in Jamestown. So, what about tobacco? Tobacco, guys, first, you know tobacco. Many English people smoke tobacco. That's these plants that's used to make cigarettes, okay, for smoking. So now, about tobacco, many English people smoke tobacco, and it's a high price crop. High price crop means it's a very expensive crop. Okay, and what else? It didn't grow well in England, so the English people couldn't grow tobacco in England, so they imported tobacco from other countries. And when Jamestown started to grow tobacco, it became a cash crop. I told you a cash crop means expensive crop, means a crop that people grow and sell it to earn too much money. So here we find that Jamestown started planting tobacco, and tobacco gave the colony enough money, too much money, to buy more food and supplies they need from England. Okay, now they've planted tobacco and everything is okay with them. But what happened? They want to farm and they want to invest this land. That's why they brought some indentured African servants to Jamestown. So in 1619, okay, indentured African servants arrived Jamestown. Who are those people? Those people are someone who agreed to work for a number of years, okay, in exchange for the cost of the voyage to North America. Now, those African servants, they made a deal with the English people. The English people said to them that we're gonna take you for free in a voyage to America. And in return, you will work also for free for a number of years. So the Africans agreed. Okay. So when I ask you who are the indentured servants, those indentured servants are African servants. They made a deal with the English people that they're gonna uh, take this voyage to America for free, no tickets, it's for free to travel and take your voyage to America for free. And in exchange or in return, you have to work for free also for a number of years. Okay? Okay. After that, point number 26. Powhatans. Who are the Powhatans? The Powhatans are a powerful group of the American Indians. Those American Indians lived around Jamestown colony. And in the beginning, when the English people arrived Jamestown and settled in Jamestown, they were trading with the Powhatan's people. Okay, they were trading food for some European goods and so on. But one day, the Powhatan group wanted the English settlers to help them fight another American Indian group. Okay, in the beginning, the English people refused, the English settlers refused, and both the English people and the Powhatan people stopped trading with each other. But this conflict was solved when John Rolfe married their leader's daughter. He married the daughter of their leader. But for sorrow, the peace didn't last. The peace didn't last. What happened? The English tried to take more lands from the Powhatan's lands, okay? And the Powhatans start to fight again, to fight back. But finally, out of this conflict and the war between Powhatans and the English, who won? Of course, the English people. The English people won and took most of the lands around Jamestown. So, my lesson today is about the first two English colonies in America, Roanoke Colony and Jamestown Colony. Listen to the video again, guys, and if you need any information at any time, contact me. Thank you and goodbye.